Welcome back to episode 12 of the Bach and Arthur podcast. Woohoo! Yippee! Today we're going to be talking about stag do's, good news, victory in Europe, listener questions and confessions. Confessions being about funerals, and that concludes the episode. So,
Batch was trying to figure out like how to remember all the stuff in today's episode. So we wrote that little song.
I just made a little jingle, even though it's written down anyway, so I didn't really need to do that.
Stag news, good news, victory in Europe.
It's quite nice,
it's
isn't
actually
it?
really
Stag
catchy.
news, good news, victory in Europe. Yeah, and
patriotic for the episode coming up, really.
Yeah, well, I'm a royalist.
Are you?
So, no.
Oh, it's a great word though.
Royalist.
Almost wish you were, just so I could say it again.
Do you know anyone who's a royalist? I know this is off topic, but just out of curiosity.
Not really.
No. What do you think about royalists?
Our friendship group isn't that into politics.
No, that's true.
Isn't that political?
No, they just fart a lot. But
That says a lot about society.
True.
Yeah.
We live in a society.
Oh, it's easy to be indifferent when you're not suffering at the hands of the man.
Like when a baby falls in a puddle and you don't pick it up. Did you kill it? That's what I always ask myself. Anyway, we've been talking about the podcast. We did we put a story up.
Oh yeah.
To see what some feedback from you guys, what you like to see, what you want us to do more of, what you want in the episodes. And we realized you want a little less structure, more free flowing, more relaxed, cozy. So we haven't shaved in 5 weeks. Our whole bodies are covered head to toe in hair.
Yeah, there's a new jungle just opened up. Those of you that love the environment.
That's right.
There's a new rainforest and it's sweaty swamp ass.
Swamp ass. So we're free flowing with it now. We do whatever. Make the Bach and Arthur pod unsafe to have on your family TV again.
Yeah, make it weird again.
Yeah, make it freaking weird again. So that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And do you know what else we're here to do? Stag.
Oh yeah, so fun thing about stags, that was the original part of the structure. Fuck the structure. Let's speak about space.
Yeah, do you know what? Fucking aliens. They're not fucking real.
How big would an alien rose toy be if the alien...
Good point. Oh, are you going to do a mass question? If you've got 3 rose toys, 2 aliens, how many get pleasured?
I just realised in space without gravity, because rose toys lightly suck, you wouldn't need to hold it. It would just hold itself there.
It would hold on.
Yep.
Did we talk about this lot? I think when we did the mukbang, the secret mukbang, was it astronauts can't move if they're stuck midair and they can't grab something? And pull them?
We didn't speak about that.
God, I've been consuming content on my own. Yeah, I saw this video of an astronaut just in the ISS, and if you're not close to a wall and you're completely stationary, you can't move yourself.
Nothing you can do.
And 5 of them have died like that.
What?
That's a lie, but...
I remember that. Because I remember thinking about that as a kid. And then you've got the every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Thanks, Newton.
So if you piss, you'd be fired the other way lightly. Or if you spit or something, you need to eject something of mass away from you.
Oh, they said something like that.
Like if you bust a nut.
Or if you toot.
Yeah, probably.
Like Kirby. Bust a nut. Oh, so the rose toy would come in handy. You just chuck that thing out, put it on the tip.
Actually, literally, if you had the rose toy on, you could throw it.
Oh, that's
and
it.
you'd move in the opposite direction.
They need to keep something on them to throw so they can move in the opposite direction. That's
obviously it needs to be heavy because if it's 100th of the weight of you and you throw it, you're only going to move back 100th of the speed that you throw it away.
Wait, so you're telling me they could just throw it back and they go forward, right?
Speaking of throwing it back.
Oh, speaking of throwing it back.
We had a stag do.
No, let's talk about the fucking pyramids. Yeah, stag do. The George video is out now. Is that the stag do we're talking about? No, we're not talking about that stag do, are we?
We've already done that episode.
Yeah, you're right. We're talking
about... This stag do. Reev's stag do.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. We spoke about it on the Fellas app, which is out today,
fine.
so...
Okay, fine.
We spoiled all of it. Reev dies!
Oh, shit. No, you can't say that because no one's going to watch it now.
No, but it was a good one. I arrived slightly late because I did Mia and Shannon's Fed Up, which is a great new show.
Yes.
Kind of like a podcast because they yap, but they cook. And boy, are they good at it.
Do you know what's funny about that? I don't know if any of our episodes are going to be out yet, but our episodes are very different.
Yeah,
in what
very
we did.
different. One of us got knifed and one of us got shafted.
One of us suffered. And they're not over it.
Oh, guess who?
Which one was it?
No, we won't spoil that for you.
Yeah, you go watch.
Thoroughly enjoyable. They are a great duo.
They are a great duo.
And
It's a really good show as well.
And by golly, they can cook.
Oh, by golly, they can.
Yep.
Yeah. Well.
And yap and ask very interesting questions.
Yeah.
Do they basically is a pod. I was thinking I wouldn't need to watch. I mean, 3 lovely faces on both of our episodes.
Well, you could just listen to your caramel voices.
Beautiful food. But yeah, you could listen to that. They're just lovely show. Really great show.
Did you do any prep?
So go subscribe to Fed Up.
Did they let you cook? Did they let you
get
cook?
involved? Yeah, I got to melt the butter.
You lucky bastard. I got to cut a capsicum.
I had the flames in front of me, so that was it. But anyway, no spoilers for that. So yeah, because of Fed Up.
No, we've just spoiled it that you melted the butter. They're not going to fucking watch it now.
Yeah, what's the point? Because of that, I was late to the stag do.
Yeah.
So how did it start? What's the general gist
it's actually really wholesome because I didn't realise that Reev had no idea. He just came out with Theo in Covent Garden. No, in Leicester Square. Are they the same place?
Covent Garden is very near Leicester Square.
Yeah, anyway. Both hellholes.
I love Covent Garden. It's a beautiful place.
Just full of people. Both.
Oh, yeah. He hates them. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Except from Bach and Arthur podcast listeners.
Yes. If you guys were in... Matt loves it. You just go, whoa!
No, one day we're going to take over Covent Garden. We're going to be the NPCs in the background listeners. So Bach can enjoy it in full force.
That's true.
The architecture is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. It is a beautiful looking place.
Yeah.
It's full of people. We turned up.
There's an apple shop.
There's an apple shop. Yeah, thank you, Arthur. There's an apple shop. Well done.
Yes, well done.
You're brilliant.
Well observed.
So you've got a gentle pair in him. So he turned up first with Theo. I think he probably just thought it was a really nice day. He probably just thought they were going out for a drink with Theo because it's kind of like not stag, but just go out, celebrate, whatever. And then a couple of the boys turned up and it was a surprise for him and he was excited. And then me and George showed up because we line biked there, which was, oh my God, it was heaven.
I'm so glad you're getting into line biking.
That was my first one.
Cycling around the city.
That's why I went via George's because obviously George is a veteran.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to show me the
ropes. He's been on a line bike.
So I was following that ass the whole way. It was, God, let's just say it was a tough one to steer with my penis just kept coming up, But yeah, got there. And when me and George turned up, Reev was like, oh my God. He was like really happy to see us because he was genuinely surprised. It was really wholesome.
He's a very happy-go-lucky, wholesome, positive person.
Yeah. Reev. And then, all got together. The rules were told to us in the intro and then we set off. We won't give away actually, you probably did it on the fellas. You probably said what the video was and stuff, did you? Or not really?
We didn't really know.
No, we won't go into detail.
It is a video, just in case anyone's wondering. We're not just randomly going, we had a night out. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a vid coming out.
Yeah, there is
you guys can watch.
And it was just a really good day. And then it wasn't too far long after that you appeared.
Yeah, I joined like half an hour in or something.
And then after the shoot, well, how was the shoot for you?
Really good fun. Yeah, so I rocked up. I basically went to a bar. The general, it was a bit similar to the Simon Hide and Zeke video where you start off in a big circle. Reev's bride is in there somewhere and you just basically had to find them. You got hints, there were challenges and I got plopped in there and it was like once I joined, it was like the first team that found me using a hint.
Yeah.
I would give them another hint. And so I joined a team kind of.
Yeah.
But I knew where the final bride was. So... But I knew all along. But I couldn't say. Obviously, it would spoil it.
Right. Okay.
So there were times when my teammates would be on Google Maps and go like, "Oh, is it this bar?" and scroll through because my hint was like, "Oh, there's an innuendo about this," and they found a bunch of bars that fit in with that hint. That like, "Oh, it could be this," and they kept saying the bar, and they're like, "No, it's probably not that," and I was like, "Oh," but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, no, it was interesting. And
it was a good. I think it's going to be a really funny video as well.
Yeah, it will be funny. And then we finished. We were all quite drunk because it was obviously a drinking video, and we ended up live streaming some of it.
Oh yeah.
George and AB just started live streaming, which is a funny, risky business when everyone's drunk. Like you could say anything.
Yeah,
not that
could say anything, and they did. They said 15 slurs.
Oh yeah.
Just the small ones, but still, they got away with it. But yeah, after that, we just sort of went out, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Not out, but out.
Yeah, went out to pubs, watched the Champions League games, had some beers,
played some darts,
beer pong, played some darts.
What else? Guess that's it. We went to a really interesting, guys. We went to a pub and they didn't actually serve any branded stuff.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, it was epic. So yeah, go check out that video. And what are your thoughts on stag do's now? We've been on a few. We've been Praha.
I think.
We've been
London. I know. Oh, we've really done it all.
We've done it all.
I never really liked stag do's because it's the stereotype of just lads just being lads, you know. I never really liked the idea of it, but your stag can be whatever you make it. So actually,
you can have yours in Doncaster if you want.
Oh, thank God, because I
finish off that minion.
Thank you for that. Yeah, finish him off. Still need to get him on the pod, by the way.
Yeah, we need a little segment.
Yeah, he wants to talk about Gru, so we'll get him on at some point.
How he stole the moon. It's not there anymore.
I watched what was it?
Oh, still Despicable Me.
No, the platform roulette when we went to Gravesend. I watched that with my parents yesterday. Yes.
Oh.
And you know how George especially was playing on those like machines that you put money in and you go.
Yeah.
One of them had a minion on the back, and now I keep seeing minion Easter eggs all throughout the videos. Because guess what, guys? It was planted.
Yeah.
We fake everything.
Once you start paying attention to minions,
they're everywhere.
Ubiquitous.
They made a name for themselves. Let's put it that way.
They really have.
Yeah, I like stag do's if you do it right, you know?
What happens when we get married? Because that means, do we both have a stag do?
What the fuck? Yes, obviously.
Because what's the girl stag do called again?
Hen do.
A hen do.
Stag do and a hen do. Why is a stag so epic and a hen isn't so epic? They should have lioness do's.
Oh, you mean by name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you meant by the actual parties themselves.
No, the parties are probably better as
stag. Sounds very epic, whereas hens.
Yeah.
Of all female animals.
I know.
Why the hen? I wonder.
Wait, what do they call them in America? They don't call them stag do's. They call them. Is it Oh, it's like a bachelor.
Oh, bachelor party and bachelorette.
Because it's named after me. Because I put them into fashion.
I don't like the way that sounds though as much because like a bachelor is someone who's single. Sometimes you hear Americans go like, oh, I love a bachelor party. It's your last night of being single. It's like, no.
Yeah.
no, it's
that's not how it works, really.
Like,
yeah.
bro,
you're going to fuck 16 strippers tonight.
Yeah, this is the last night before we become exclusive. It's like, well,
you've been together for 10 years, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You've only just put a ring on it. That's all it is.
You committed a long time ago. You're only getting married for the tax fraud benefits.
Very strange, isn't it? Tax fraud benefits. I think stags and hen do's can be good if done correctly.
Oh, thanks for that one.
It's an insightful one, I know. Dare I say it? What would your stag do be if you could have a stag do?
Oh, interesting.
Cool. Mine would be...
I really like doing fun activities when we're quite drunk, and I also like it to be very social. So I really like it when we do things like we go to a putt shack and there's like 8 of us. Have you been to the putt shacks in London? The AI
putt shag?
Smart golf places.
Putt shag? Yeah, of course I have. No.
Oh, really?
No.
So they've got cameras and stuff and smart balls, so they track your strokes.
Oh, they're stroking your balls.
With 2 hands.
Fuck. Best stag do ever.
And it's quite nice because you don't have to have someone keeping score and people sneakily reducing their score like I tried to do in main golf.
And it went wrong. It went sour with Chris.
It's another hole in one, of course.
I'm too good at this.
That's really good.
Like fun.
But you go around and you can order through the app drinks to your hole.
So then you just bend over and you get a jubal right up your ass.
They get fucking a filter. What's it called? A funnel?
Oh, yeah, for butt chugging.
And just put it in your butt.
Yeah. Would you butt chug ever? Would you try that?
Oh, no. I remember they did it on Jackass. And I used to watch Jackass when I was a kid. I watched Jackass.
Oh, that is the coolest thing he's ever said. I used to watch Jackass as a kid. I watched Jackass in many ways. I suppose I watched Jackass.
And I was fine with so much of it. But when that guy did the butt chugging, he was like fine pooping out beer after. I was like, that is vile.
What, when Steve-O painted his ass, he stuck it up and then he shat like a volcano?
No, that was one where like
that's way worse than the butt chug.
The beer.
There's so many moments that are just horrible.
Yeah, how are so many of them still alive?
They're not.
Oh. But yeah, no, I really like stuff like that where you can get drunk and also talk, and there's also an underlying fun activity. That's why the drinking videos are so fun. Like, if we go on a night out, they're fun, but they almost feel like they're missing a lot. You're like, oh, we just kind of went to a pub, got drunk, went to the club, had a jiggy.
Yeah.
Got freaky on the dance floor and then went home. And it's like when we do mainly videos with Chris or Arthur, there's so many fun challenges, tangents, things going on at the same time. That's really fun. But obviously, we're kind of in work mode. I wish we did that kind of stuff not on camera more.
Yeah. Although even those videos, I look forward to them because I'm like, that's just a good time.
I might get Chris's production team to do my stag do.
Oh my God. That's kind of, yeah.
Not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. You're right for once. Sorry, going back to the Jackass point, because it made me laugh. I'm sure you've heard of it because you used to watch Jackass. I'm sure you've heard of it, but me and my friends created a group called Jackanus.
Oh,
and we
Jackass.
Jackanus, actually. And we were in the cricket field. Ollie lay down on the floor with a helmet on, and Doug booted a ball straight on the top of his head.
Oh my God.
And his head, no word of lie, just went in like that.
Oh my God.
And we filmed that, and that was the only thing we ever did.
Wow, that's so funny.
We could have made it big though.
I did a similar thing. I wonder how many people have this.
Did you make Jack R?
I did a little YouTube video with a bunch of my friends.
Yeah.
Called Jackass Minis. And it was the same theme tune. We made an intro.
You just stole their whole
At the same time, we were Jackass Minis, and we did some.
Because you used to watch Jackass.
Because I used to watch Jaggars.
Jaggars.
We used the Jag off.
We're a lot more epic than people give us credit for, I think. Because they wouldn't know that about us. That we were part of a Jackass style group.
Yeah.
And I smeared fox shit all over the park bench once.
What the hell? That's horrible.
Anyway, yeah, I would organise it myself.
Oh, fair enough.
Just because I don't want anyone bringing a stripper in, and I don't trust everyone.
Yeah, can I strip?
I mean, a male stripper, fine.
Oh, come on.
Not you, but
yeah, no, I think that's a bit of an odd one as well. Just being like, let's have a person twerk on me.
Yeah.
Let's
see some tits before I get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is bizarre, but I wouldn't mind laser tag with year 7s. Just
laser quest or paintball, but with real bullets. Last man standing becomes my husband.
Oh, okay.
No, it becomes your best man. That's quite funny.
Yeah.
Paintball to decide.
Last man. May the best man win.
That's tough. I feel like the best man thing's going to be a tough decision.
May the best man win.
Oh,
thank you.
It.
Man of culture, the best man won. You're going to be the best man at my wedding now.
Get him back on and let him cook.
Get in.
So we're going to be blind ranking some epic stag do's.
Yeah.
So does this mean we have to? We read Stag 1 and we go, oh, that's going to be rank 3.
Yes, exactly.
And we lock it in before we find out what the rest are. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. That's the beauty of blind ranking.
Blind ranking stags. Let's go. Stag 1.
Oh, shit.
Chris and Lee headers and volleys until one of you scores a worldie. 5-side pitch in London. Retro football kits. You must walk around on your knees. He's a very small man. So endless rounds of headers and volleys. Commentary provided by Chris. Shot every time you miss. Crikey.
This literally
in headers and volleys, you are getting battered.
This is exactly what you wanted.
No, you know what? Sell this video idea to Chris. That's actually he would do that on second channel, headers and volleys.
You can only leave once Chris deems a goal to be good enough. Oh, sounds like Chris.
Is something people don't know about Chris. Sometimes you score a nice goal and it's very similar to the one he wants, and you go crazy and he's like, oh, that's not good enough.
No.
And you've been at it for 2 hours and it takes 2 more hours, and then he cuts out your first epic goal because he scores the second one.
Do you know what? I'm going to say it as well. North versus South, those scorpion kicks are simply not good enough.
No.
He should have called them out at the time. They weren't scorpions. They were whatever you call that.
Yeah, whipping the
hair
back and forth or something.
And I just stood for it because I wanted the day to be over. But I just want him to know if we had 3 hours less time out there, if we were out there for 3 hours less time, had a bit more energy, I would have been given the firm hand and saying that can't slide.
Yeah. I mean, I do rate it because it means when the video goes out, there is just an absolute banger that does fly top corner. But at the time, you're like, oh, come on, let's take it. And he's like, no. And you're like, ah, frick.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
This sounds pretty good to me, to be honest.
Okay.
It's sort of, you know,
a bit mid, I think.
You decided exactly what you wanted as Stag do, and you wanted it in Chris MD's producer's hands. This is it.
Yeah, but I meant more like the Doncaster Nights Out type pub crawls.
Okay. As a Stag do, not the best, but sounds like a good time still.
What do you think?
Should we put it in 3?
Yeah,
At least you know Chris is. At least you got a friend there.
Yeah, got a fit friend.
It's going to be
there.
the friend.
It's fun and you're drinking.
Yeah, rank 3 is fair.
By the way, I found out a new like funny bit.
Great.
That I feel we're not going to get as
go.
much on. I did the Simon video, and it won't be out by the time this episode comes out, so I won't spoil it. But at the end, we had to rank it a bit like the Chips Airbnb video.
Yeah.
And I was with 2 of the sidemen, and they would both give different scores, and I just kept going. I don't. Now I'm saying this, it sounds like I'm just saying my joke is hilarious, but I enjoyed it so much I kept going. Like one of them would go, oh, that's a 6 out of 10. One go, that's a 7. And I go, yeah, okay, I'm happy to meet in the middle with a 6. And I would just say, I'm happy to meet in the middle, pick what I wanted. And it took them ages to clock.
And they just say, I'm going to meet in the middle, I'll give it a 1.
So they'd hear me go and meet in the middle and go like, oh, he's being nice. He's being inside. I'm doing an Arthur and going, no, you know what? We're getting the score I want.
I'll meet in the middle. Right, so this Gaslight final boss has finally reared his head. Here we go.
It's so fun, honestly. Next time you get the chance.
I'm going to try that.
It doesn't happen that often, but it's so fun.
Okay.
Be like, no, I'm happy to meet in the middle with this. And I did it on Fed Up as well. I was very happy.
All right, I'll give that a go.
Just thought you should know how crazy I've been lately. Moving on to
Stag 2. Well, it's all the
2.
Jackass used to watch as a kid. All right, Stag 2. We've got Wrestle Logan Paul. At Wrestlemania, the dress code is whatever wrestling outfit you'd like. What would that be? Oh, I'd be a wolf. Sorry, I would. I'd be a raging furry wolf. And yeah, you just Mav's written down activity. You wrestle the Maverick.
Oh my god, bro's
He's the biggest Logan Paul fan you've ever met.
He's like,
you get to wrestle the oiled up Maverick. Do you know how lucky
he's like,
you are?
they're going to struggle to not put this in one.
Oh, and you're drinking Prime with the Maverick. Oh my god!
Because you're wrestling him, the sweat will rub off on your skin. You can wear whatever you want. You don't have to wear anything other than Lycra if you don't want to. That does not appeal to me. That's a 5 for me.
Yeah. Now he's searching oiled up Logan Paul.
What
you do realise the screen is recording, Matt. We can see this. He keeps forgetting.
No,
oh my god, he is oiled
the second
up though.
photo. What the fuck?
Oh good lord. Oh no, not the one in the
zoom
shower.
in on the right. What the
not
hell?
The one. Can I just say, his genetics are insane. His build.
He's got a wide torso.
Oh, his build is incredible.
He's thick.
He's freaking thick. He's got the thickest arms. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, that was something else. People were saying we need to describe what we're looking at. So we were just looking at Logan Paul oiled up.
Yeah, it wasn't his dick. It just did sound like we were talking about dick.
His
he's so thick.
Sweaty body.
It's veiny.
So he's already put rank 1. I think that's rank 5. That does not interest me.
Yeah, I'll meet in the middle and do rank 5. Oh, you got... Wait, you didn't say what would your wrestle outfit be? A penguin?
I'm wrestling in my thong. I'm covering up my eyes.
Okay,
I'm wrestling in a thong.
All right, perfect. Wolf versus
like
thong.
Neo, or whoever the hell sung that song.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Stag 3. Do you take this?
Just kidding, Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Stag 3. KSI Misfits boxing event. Bro's just doing YouTube videos for Stag. Yeah. You get taken to a Misfits boxing event, but it turns out you are the one that's fighting.
Oh, and then it carries on.
And that's my Stag. Oh, I celebrate by getting punched in the face.
And then the Maverick gives you a firm handshake and congratulates you, and you go back home with the Maverick.
Yeah, we've spoken about this before. I'm not that interested in boxing events.
No.
Like, I don't really enjoy watching it that much. I had my boxing era when I was younger, and I'm past it. So
I would have actually put this at rank 5.
Yeah, this is worse than wrestling.
We hadn't done that.
It's sometimes like you're celebrating, you've got to get in the ring. It's such a long affair.
I told you the Maverick was better. He's obsessed with the Maverick. He really is. Yeah, should we go rank 4 for this one?
Yeah.
Sorry, Maverick.
My previous decision.
Sorry, Maverick. You're stuck in rank 5. Okay, Stag 4.
Ooh.
I show Speed a 24-hour live stream where the viewer is donating to decide on Stag forfeits.
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Steve is a bit of a nut job. I show Steve. I
was lost then. I can't even say it.
Speed's a nutcase. But I do find him very entertaining. I feel like a 24-hour live stream with him would be very fun.
We have screwed this list up though. The Chris MD video is the best we've heard so far, and this has to go above it.
I think I would prefer this to it, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. Just doing 24 hours of just madness.
I definitely would prefer the Chris thing, I think.
Actually, yeah. Being
24-hour live stream.
Live stream's quite heavy.
Yeah. Well, it has to go rank 2.
That'd be a nice way to re-kick off the live streaming career, though.
There you go. Yeah,
Hours with
24
speed.
hours with speed.
Yeah.
We can set that up for you. All right, Stag 5.
So that's rank 2,
it's
yeah.
locked in at 1, this
So
one.
this is
Oh, shit. Go on, read it out.
Mr. Beast last to leave the stag do. Classic stag do. You're out, you're at a bar with your mates, but last to leave wins a mill. That's a banging one.
Yeah, that's good. 'Cause
Everyone chilling at a bar.
you can essentially do whatever you want at the bar, yeah. Okay, we take that.
I'm lasting at least 5 strokes with Mr. Beast. Wait, no. I'm lasting at least 5. What the hell?
Oh, you misread that.
Yeah, I misread that massively.
I'm
last to leave the bar.
I'm dicking him the fuck down.
No, I think
Yeah.
that's a decent one.
And also, if your mates
like
really
that.
love you on your stag do, they'll leave right when you're like, okay, we've had enough time. You guys leave. I'll leave straight afterwards and keep the million.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's my stag, give me the mill.
Yeah. Unless you have one.
I'm happy with that ranking. That's actually really not too bad.
Happy with that wanking? I am happy with that wanking. I think I would have put Chris at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I Show Speed at 3. Logan Paul, the Maverick King at 4. And then the Misfits at 5. So it's a little out of whack, but it's not the worst for a blind ranking.
No, because that Stag 5 could have been an absolute stinker.
Yeah, that's true.
It was fun.
Oh, and use this moment to drop down in the comments right now what your ideal stag or hen do is. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button. Fucking hell.
Hit the
subscribe button. It's because I speak.
Hit the scribe.
Oh, what is it? I've got parcel tongue.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, God. Oh, how did my jingle go in the beginning? Stag do's, positive news, hot dog and bologna. So we're on to positive news, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo. There are no more no ball games signs campaigns, and I know how much you guys love. No, wait. There is a no more no ball games campaign. No, there's a no more no ball games signs campaign, and I know how much you guys love ball games.
They're getting rid of no ball games signs.
Yeah. What's your opinion on that?
I like, when you ever get like a bowl of water, get a really long straw, like dip your nuts in it and blow in it, and it just bubbles underneath.
No, not that ball game. We're talking like football. You just made a ball koozie and you thought that
Ball koozie.
you think that's okay? That's disgusting.
Oh,
God.
Oh, there's a new campaign after this podcast drops going, no ball games anywhere.
But ball koozies are just fine.
Yeah, so it's a grassroots charity. And they just want to remove barriers to sport and active play in London. I think, as people say, like, kids ain't out on the streets playing ball games anymore. They're inside playing Fortnite Warzone.
That's so true. There's a no ball game sign right near us. I've seen it.
Really?
In all its glory, and I graffitied the shit out of that. I really did.
I think it makes sense if it's like a tiny park next to a road, maybe.
Yeah,
and
for
you're
their
like,
own safety.
Because it's like, the kid will chase the ball into the road. That makes sense. But
that's true.
Overall, I rate it.
Such a good point, actually, because I don't think ball games in any kind of level is an antisocial kind of behaviour.
No.
So why would you ban ball games? Because there's so much innocence in ball games. Except, the odd window gets broken.
That's probably another one. If I'm going like World Heritage Site, old building.
That's different, yeah.
Yeah. A church from hundreds of years ago, and it's got single pane glass. It's like, maybe don't kick a football round next to us, because that stained glass was hand painted by
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Nicholas.
Yes, exactly. But I will say, I don't think no ball game signs ever stopped anyone anyway, though.
No, you're right. Who the heck is even?
If I saw a no, I used to play around no. Not to brag, I used to watch Jackass. No, I used to play around no ball game signs. Put that on my record. Take me away. I don't care. Lock away the key.
And there are 7,000 signs across London saying no ball games.
Not anymore. We're abolishing the lot of them.
Oh, and you're a rebel, but apparently they estimate that each sign deters 80 young people per year.
Only 7,000 signs, and you're only getting rid of 80 young people per year. The sign's really not working, guys.
What's that? 56,000? 560,000?
Oh, 500,000 kids affected, though.
560,000 kids.
560,000 kids. That's like a million kids. Fucking hell.
That's 7,000.
But that's a really good. This is why we're talking about good news in the news, because this is good news. Kids get to play with balls again, which is what they should be doing.
And they haven't even taken them down. They just put new stickers saying more ball games.
Really?
Yeah. Rather than it being
7 more ball games. But this
I have one ball game and one more ball game.
I wonder. Sorry, I just had to let you finish the meme. I wonder how much this has an effect on the English national team in years' time.
That's true. The Jogger Benito's back on the streets.
Exactly. We could have some Ronaldinhos being born because now people are out there playing FIFA Street in real life. As they should.
The next Michael Jordan, because basketball hoops are also being installed as part of the game.
Oh, good riddance. Have you got any memories of playing sports as a child, maybe out on the streets or with your friends at a local park?
Oh, no, at least where I grew up, the sports were just so much more board sports. Like when we'd get home, either the surf would be good and you'd surf. You'd go pier jumping because the coastline on the north coast, and a lot of it is rocky. And there's lots of sheer drops. And you'd go to Grève de l'Ec or something and go rock jumping.
Yeah.
So it'd be very often like the outdoor sports that I would do would be surfing, pier jumping, or skateboarding at the someone's skate ramp.
Eating moule de frites.
Oh yeah,
Moule de frites.
Eating moule frites.
Yeah,
English people when they call it mussels, such an odd thing.
Oh, what this?
Something like that. But yeah, no, I never didn't really do that much. I really only got into ball sports in sixth form when Chris was like, my football team needs someone shit at football to sit right back.
I'll do it.
And I was like, oh, I'll play. And then turns out I'm insanely fast. So I bomb up and down that wing.
That's
I had
true.
No ball control and very strange technique.
He's just running. He's not even got the fucking ball. He's just running.
I made one of those FIFA players where like you only have like 95 total skill to divvy out everywhere. And I was like one dribbling, one passing, one shooting, 93 pace.
I made a team of people like you. Because if you got speed, that's kind of
all you need.
Kind of all you need.
Because someone could do me.
And charm.
Someone could do me in on the wing and I'd just run back and they'd face me again.
And kill them. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was a bit of a scooterer.
Oh my God.
Scooting
your ankles must have been mosh.
Yeah, I tail whipped a couple of scooters into my MG Pro deck, shattered my bones. It really did.
That
Not
sounds
literally,
like a scooter.
but it is. MGP Pro deck. You know what I'm talking about. We did a bit of scootering around and we played football, but at school we weren't allowed to use actual footballs. You had to use a tennis ball. So I'm actually a lot better at playing football with a tennis ball than I am a football because that's how I learned to play football.
That's so interesting because that's quite an impressive feat as well. When people...
I do have impressive feet.
Mid-tit.
Thanks.
No, get a zoom in on those.
I do have impressive feet. I'm glad you said it.
And go to bachshandarthur.com/Patreon. That's wrong. Other around.
Oh, no.
For bare feet pics that he uploads daily in the chat.
There's a bit of croissant on the bottom of my thing because I ate a croissant.
Stop! You stood in my croissant.
What that smell? What that smell?
What that smell?
That was my memory of ball games. So I'm glad people can play more ball games now.
Yeah, me too. Deep brain simulation.
What a segue. Deep brain simulation.
So scientists, this is our second bit of good news out of 3. Scientists are trialing a new brain implant to reduce certain behaviors. But what behaviors are they?
Oh, we got to guess what behavior it is.
Yeah, so there's brain implants. Everything's going weird with us.
Oh, gosh.
Humanity's about to go to a weird new level. We've got deep brain implants. What is it reducing? FOMO, the classic fear of missing out. Cravings, i.e. for a rose toy.
Oh, yeah.
Doom scrolling. Alcohol and drug addiction. GTA gambling, you know all about it.
That's a bit too close.
Or green alien hate.
Was that the green alien versus purple alien thing? Or is that just... You're just describing their colour?
This guy.
Oh,
it's me hating this guy.
Of course. Sorry. No, I was stuck in a GTA mindset.
What is it he always says?
Oh, he says suck my pussy or something, doesn't he? He nuts.
The last melon.
You just touched him right on the tip of the penis. That's why he did that. Well, have you seen this, by the way?
Batch owns Uranus.
Which is facts.
Which is fat, he said. My ass is fat. Thank you for saying it. Everyone's
mean to say that, my bad. Right, okay. So what do we think they're trying to reduce certain behavior? Or behaviors. So
FOMO, I hate FOMO. Get it a lot.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they'll bother with a brain implant for FOMO.
Lately I've been doing a lot of functions and I'm always like, I don't want to miss out on that, so I'm going to go. But when I'm there, I'm like, I want to be home. Cozy.
I've never had FOMO.
You don't get FOMO?
Not really. Only for
this weekend you were away.
And
when you saw us out, were you not like...
You had like a 5-day bender, you guys, all without me.
Yeah, we had a lot of...
You had the best time without me. You know what?
A lot of drinking videos and stuff, a lot of birthdays, a lot of celebrations over the last...
Yeah, and I don't care that you all went to karaoke.
And we went to karaoke. So did you not have FOMO? Do you not go like, oh, they're at karaoke and there's 20 of them?
For one, I wasn't very active in the chat, so I didn't know it was going down. For two, I didn't see any footage of it happening. For 3, because I was doing my own thing and I saw my friends from home,
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. But maybe if I was at home,
yeah,
maybe I could get a slice of FOMO. But even now, I'm not like, oh, I wish I was there. I'm more like, I don't know, don't really think about it. I guess that means I don't have FOMO. It's just not something that crosses my mind because I'm like, oh, I wasn't there and I wouldn't have ever been there because I couldn't be there. And that's...
You know who has it really badly? Theo Baker.
Really?
Because he's quite busy with pitch side because obviously they can't move shoots that are like watching the Champions League quarter final.
Yeah.
So if he's got that locked in and we're like, oh, this is the only time like most of us are free, we're going skiing or going away or whatever.
He gets FOMO.
And he can't go, he gets the worst FOMO. You can get him to do almost anything by getting to picture how much fun we'll be having doing it with that.
Really?
And then he's like, no, I want to be a part of it.
I just get really content with what I'm doing.
Oh.
Or, do you know what I mean?
That's a really good trait, actually.
Like if you're out, but I'm on
content with
GTA,
one's
I'll be
own
like, oh,
position.
but I still enjoyed myself doing this, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And there'll be other functions. Like, I really don't care that you guys went to karaoke without me.
But
Really
you
don't.
are right that that's an impossible thing to address with an implant.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and
not
I
FOMO.
don't think scientists would bother it anyway, unless the scientist is Theo Baker and he's like, oh, we need to make this implant now.
yeah, he's been funding it with every penny you guys donate to the thing. Craving?
Cravings, that's a likely one, I think.
That makes a lot more sense.
Although, that's kind of a difficult one because surely to shut off all cravings would be dangerous. Because
yeah,
you crave
food when you're
food
hungry.
or water or deodorant when you smell bad.
It would be interesting to see if we were able to shut all of those off.
If you would just die.
If you
would not want to eat.
Yeah. Because obviously, sometimes you're like, oh, I forgot to do this. What if you're like, oh God, I've actually forgotten to eat. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
Even though you should if you didn't have any kind of physical thing pushing you along.
Yeah, probably.
Let you know.
So I'm not sure about it. It seems like a valid one, but also
It makes sense to research.
Yeah.
Because especially around health, I guess. Obviously, the government pumps in a lot of money. A lot of governments do to manage like the weight and health of people.
Especially sugar and
stuff. So if the government could pump money into or incentivize biotech firms to go get rid of people's food cravings, that would be huge. I could see it, but it's maybe a bit complicated.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It'd be interesting one to have like a neurologist who's sitting here going, oh, actually, the cravings, it's all one part of the brain. Because maybe, for example, FOMO is a small part of the brain. Like it's just something that they can change and deactivate, or maybe
you just pick it out.
Maybe it's complicated. So I don't know. Yeah, doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. I mean, maybe that's just written as doom scrolling, but really, we're talking about
addiction to serotonin, dopamine.
Bit of both of those things. Maybe. Oh, attention deficit. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. That's a possibility because that's an issue right now, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Then next up, alcohol and drug addiction. That's a very valid one.
Yeah.
Then coffee's a drug.
That's true.
So then you'd have no people drinking
the love
coffee.
we have for each other is a drug.
Well, no.
Oh, you meant anyway, what was it? Oh, is that's quite similar to cravings in a way because
I don't know, because addiction is an actual chemical thing, isn't it?
So is craving.
It's craving though, but addiction affects the chemistry in your brain. A craving is just like, oh, I crave chocolate right now. I'm craving chocolate right now. I think craving isn't a real thing, really. It's just you think, oh, I fancy that. Yeah,
but have you ever seen? There's a really interesting table of things where it's like, if you're craving this, eat this.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, if you're craving chocolate,
it tells you what
you're
to eat.
craving magnesium, so have nuts instead.
Yeah.
And it satisfies the cravings.
Okay, so when we're talking about cravings,
Matt's just dropped a dime on us.
We're talking about the ghrelin. Is it the ghrelin? That looks so close to gremlin. Oh, the gremlin hormone that monitors appetite. Oh, it's the little gremlin in your brain that's going, eat a biscuit. I can't get rid of it.
There is a hormone, it must be similar.
Okay.
I mean, they're obviously distinct, I guess,
yeah.
cravings and addiction. But
okay, so we got FOMO, maybe, cravings, maybe, doom scrolling, pretty likely that could be something they want to get rid of. Alcohol and drug addiction, maybe, but I don't know how. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that as well. GTA gambling, unlikely, unless it's all gambling. But then that comes into addiction.
Yeah.
And then green alien hate, that's the most likely we've got. Should we just guess which one we think?
Yeah, go on.
Which one do you most think it is? I would go doom scrolling just because of how in fashion it is right now.
Because of the attention deficit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just because it's a
but
real problem.
I wonder how much biotech firms could monetize it and incentives there would be for a
true. And actually
cravings and addiction, I think they have slightly more utility, a slightly more obvious utility.
Also, if you're making a brain implant to reduce certain behaviors, the first one you go for is probably going to be alcohol and drug addiction to get rid of.
Yeah, I agree.
So should we lock that in?
Yeah, let's lock in D.
We're going to lock in that
Lock in
D.
the big D.
We're going to lock in that D of yours, Matt. The answer is D.
Oh, it is D.
Come on.
The big D exclamation mark.
We love that. Okay. Brain pacemaker implant is to be trialed as a potential new treatment for alcohol and drug addiction. Researchers from KCL, Oxford and Cambridge already used with a range of neurological disorders, including Parkinson's disease, depression, and obsessive compulsive disorder.
Oh.
Regions of the brain associated with addiction will be targeted, which is the nucleus accumbens. Oh, accumbum. Oh, your cum bum. Interesting. Is there any habits we'd like to kick?
At the moment.
Sometimes when I can't get a good yawn in, I go like...
Oh, you've made me want to yawn.
All I've done is... Oh, I got his ass. For audio listeners, it basically just looks like I'm unhinging my jaw a little bit, like a python. You know when you can't quite hit the yawn and then you're stuck doing it, and then before you know it, you've been trying for about 5 minutes and you're drooling a little bit. You know?
Yeah. It's not quite a habit, but I would love for a Neuralink chip to be able to switch off tiredness for me. So that the second my alarm goes, I go, oh. Actually, no alarm. My Neuralink chip changes my brain chemistry, and all of a sudden at 9 a.m. I'm like, I'm awake.
Honestly.
I'm happy. I'm ready to
when
go.
you go to sleep tonight, do not close your curtains.
That doesn't work for me.
Just try it.
I wake up easier, but I get worse sleep. Because you're supposed to sleep in pitch black to get the best sleep.
Just try it.
Maybe
I wake up so energized. Look at me right now.
Well, you can buy electronic things that like open your curtains for you at a set time. So that I would do. I would sleep with blackout curtains.
Get that then.
And then at 9 a.m. I would go.
Yeah. Was that you using your rose toy? Is that the thing?
Oh yeah, my robot maid comes in and just holds it to me.
Actually, that could be a way that you wake up. You sleep with a rose toy on, and it's time to turn on at 7 a.m. So you get a good suck in the morning, and you're ready to go.
That's a great way to start the day.
That's brilliant.
Starting the day as you mean to go on. Nothing.
Oh, I don't know if I have any habits I need to kick. I've had habits before, and I've kicked them. Like I used to hump the floor a lot.
What about your habit of kicking seagulls?
Well, no, that's valid though. So that's my habit.
Oh, it's a choice.
They're a pest. No, I don't really kick seagulls. I actually love seagulls. Such as Adam.
Like
I had a relationship with that seagull, Adam, who's still on the Welsh mountains somewhere, and I'll see you again one day.
Wow.
He knows I will. He really does know that.
Oh, and shout out to, we just went for a quick tea and coffee just before. We just went to a quick...
we just went for a quickie.
We went for a...
It's slang for quick coffee.
Oh, we went for a quick... Oh,
Quickie.
quick coffee. We went for
People
a quick
say it.
coffee and tea before we started this podcast episode. And there was a girl in the coffee shop listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
How epic is that?
How epic is that? She must be having the best morning ever.
Imagine she's listening to this episode and
we
next
turn
time we
up
film...
to get another coffee. We
and
turn up
she's
for another
listening
quickie.
to that.
And she's listening to that.
That sounds inappropriate
She's listening
now.
to this. Oh, wait. So next time, if we catch her in the distance, let's go like this with our mouths. Hello. Like that. And let's say it right now.
12.
Let's say it right now so that if she's at this exact point, we hit it right. Okay, ready?
Hello. But she said, I heard your voices and looked up and you were there in real life too, the other side of the window.
People don't get this. We are omnipresent and we are kind of, well, we're demigods. So we do tend to do that.
You know the habit he needs to kick? not being humble or something.
Being a demigod. Hey, why be
I'm a demigod.
too many humble people talk your shit, homeboy? You know?
No.
Anyway, so yeah, actually, I've not got any bad habits because being a demigod and all.
Yeah, it's really annoying when Matt asks these questions and we're perfect.
That's so true. Actually, yeah, Matt, as a flawed person, what's a normal bad habit to have? Oh God!
Well, I actually did a video reacting to crazy mother-in-laws and the bride. So it's like the husband's mum.
Yeah.
And the bride is sitting there going like, "Oh, like I love you. I can." And she mentions him having a flaw, and the stepmom stands up in the middle of church, mid vows, and goes, "Don't you dare say my son has flaws."
Oh my God!
And then the wife goes like, "You can leave," and they actually fully beef out. So funny, it reminded me of that.
That's so weird.
Oh, did you like that tangent, everyone? Because that's what you've been asking for. You're welcome.
Speaking of tangent, clementine, orange, mandarin.
Oh, you guys don't want to know. I got hula hoops. I got Kellogg's. I got Nutrigrain bars.
You know where he's got? Yeah, upstairs.
Upstairs in the fellas, they've got snack drawer, and I freaking raid that.
Every single time. Go up that raid. Go up that. Blow the back up. Go up, raid that. Also, when we were up there, well, actually, yeah. I just want to address something real quick. When we were up there, we saw Freezy, and if you've noticed, there's a new cursed image of his come out, and he's planned to say that this is edited, and he's made a fake video where it's like edited. It's not edited, guys. That is real.
He's paid a graphics guy to shorten his neck and make it look more normal.
Yeah.
So that he can fake that as the before and after.
Yeah. So he's going to come out and make a video saying, guys, it's not real. My graphics guy edited it. My neck is not that long.
Yeah.
It is. He's now gone back and edited it smaller. So he's got like a real version. Just don't believe it.
He's going for a generational gaslight.
Yeah, he is.
He's good at that, isn't he?
He is. And we've just stopped him in his track.
Yeah, because this comes out before his lie will come out.
That's true. Yeah. So
it's very obvious when you look at it that it's real and that his neck's been shortened.
Yeah. And so if you see that video, or Freezy's video, just make sure you fill the comments up by going, just fill it by saying, bro, we know the truth. Stop fucking around.
Yeah.
We know, we've got inside knowledge that you've.
Yeah, actually, that's true. He's going to kill us for that.
Yeah, but
he's trying to erase the cursed image.
Honestly, if a cursed image comes out, you've just got to accept it.
It's annoying because the one at him, the Sidemen charity match one's obviously fake.
Yeah.
So he's now just going, it's another fake cursed image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't help your heads in another postcode to the rest of your body, bro.
Yeah.
That's a youth.
Oh, speaking of victories in Europe, it's the 80th anniversary.
Yes, of course.
Of VE Day.
Actually, I was back home and they were having a VE Day celebration in a field. And in another field, they were having... It's a moment that felt like Arthur's yell. In another field, they were having a Great Bernese dog meetup.
Oh, see, I have evil neighbours, so they were having... we lost 80 years ago.
Oh, really?
And everyone's throwing eggs at them.
Jersey!
Well, Jersey was a Nazi concentration camp.
Sorry about that.
I wasn't there.
Oh.
It was 80 years ago. I'm old, but I ain't that old.
Come on, Unc. Who are you kidding? You've got Unc status.
Oh, what was it like back then, Unc?
Yeah, what was it like, Unc?
I must have sucked, Unc.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. So yeah, VE Day, guys.
Is that African American vernacular English?
Was that English? What the frick?
Can we say Unc?
Yeah.
Cool. Accidental adventures for wartime that we still use today. So we did a fun little spacey segment on Katy Perry going to space, and then we started speaking about inventions that came about through space travel. We were doing a segment on we were talking about there are some downsides of space travel, the environment, there's some good sides of it, the inventions, and we thought we'd do it again, but rather than just listing them out, we do a little game. Another thing you guys want to see more of, like gamifying these things.
Gamification.
Have a bit of discussion, disagreement. And one of the other things that's annoying about being right all the time is that we agree because it's right.
Well, I tend to meet you in the middle, but
on whatever you want.
Meet me halfway. How was the microwave?
So how was the microwave invented? A bored scientist tried to cook beans using a radar gun.
Beans. What do you think about that? I don't think so.
Well, radar isn't microwave, is it?
No. And bored scientists don't try and cook beans. They
Flick them.
A small man waved at a scientist. Microwave, get it?
Oh.
Okay. Matt, you're banned from the notion. Right, so someone put a hamster in a metal box and accidentally cooked it. What, they just went, oh, you're ugly as hell, you fat little bastard, just stuffing your cheeks.
Hamster in a metal box and
cooked
just
his ass.
bombarded it with microwaves. That's crazy.
D, a radar engineer noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. So he had like microwave pockets. He was like, oh, if my pockets can do it, I'm going to make a fucking microwave.
Can we see,
Genius.
will this be too much of a spoiler to see what
The answer is...
Sure. Wavelength radar uses?
Radar is sound, isn't it? No.
Well, can we Google that quickly? Radar systems primarily operate within the microwave region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Radar is a radio detection and ranging system that uses microwave signals.
Oh, I'm thinking of sonar.
I'm also cosmic microwave background radiation.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And I don't know why. I guess because of microwave, I imagine it being very high intensity, very local. But of course, so actually, a microwave could be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to see if I can heat my beans up using this microwave gun.
Yeah, and someone
also
could
a
put a
radar
hamster in a
engineer
metal
could
box
be
and cook it.
that his chocolate bar would melt it, although that would mean that he would also be getting hot. So he probably would have noticed himself getting hot around microwaves.
True.
Not just because we spoke about it once. We were saying that with the cosmic microwave background radiation, that obviously is in the electromagnetic spectrum. It starts off as like obviously at the start of the Big Bang. It's sort of like hot everywhere. And as the universe stretches out, that stretches out the electromagnetic spectrum.
And
it's now currently, because we can we go, oh, if it was very hot and dense back then and it's been stretched out this much, there should be microwaves everywhere. And it should be about 4 degrees Kelvin, which is just 4 degrees above nothing. And it was.
That's right,
so,
absolute zero.
So that it could be either of those two things. I'm liking the radar.
You're enjoying the radar gun.
Yeah, but I don't know which one's more likely. Should we do the last one?
Final one is Churchill wanted a hot tea on demand, but didn't have a kettle in his office, so he demanded a team of scientists to work on a new way to heat tea. I think he would have just got a kettle in his office.
Yeah, I think British people. That's another thing. Is it Americans that don't really use kettles?
Yeah, they don't really have them.
And they boil water on the stove or in the microwave.
They don't make tea, so kettle's only really for tea, isn't it? It's only a tea device.
But it's much more efficient than a hob at heating up water. Like if you're going to boil pasta.
Because apparently they use a lot of energy, kettles.
Yeah, they do, but that's the point. Like the kilowatt hours, that the insane amount of energy is being pumped into the water.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy in a short period of time going into heating the water.
Yeah.
So I feel like it heats up faster, but maybe it's maybe it's not necessarily, maybe we don't need it. Like you could just put your mug in the microwave.
That would be such a shit cup of tea.
Do you think? 'Cause it's just hot water. What difference does it make?
Because you need it boiling.
But you can get it boiling through the microwave.
Below, you could get it boiling by increasing the pressure. You can make a cup of tea.
Oh, wow. Science fact. Come on.
You can make a cup of tea at room temperature if you increase the pressure.
How many atmospheres of pressure would you need for that?
I don't know. There's a thing for it, but
formula, yeah.
Anyway, so do we think the answer is probably a bored scientist tried to cook beans using a radar gun?
I think A and D definitely make the most sense. I think the radar engineer, if a chocolate bar would melt in your pocket, that would happen from your body heat anyway.
Yeah, and I think your leg
would also heat up.
Yeah, and they would know that radar would have heat coming off it already. And wouldn't think, yeah.
You wouldn't go, oh, my chocolate bar's melted. That must be from the microwave.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd be like, oh, we could use that to melt other things.
Whereas someone going, oh, you know what?
But when he actually
this microwave's kicking off heat. I'm going to try and cook my beans because I'm bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think A.
Let's go lock in A for anus. C.
Oh, what's C?
Oh, my God.
Magnetron.
Someone put a hamster in a metal box and accidentally cooked it. Oh, no. D. The answer is D. We just got gaslit. It was a radar engineer noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket melted.
I actually assumed it was the other one. I was so confident in us being right when I saw C. I was like, oh, it's the other radar one.
Oh, okay.
You both thought that was an actual.
I thought
you're panicking.
Oh, God, I've
Audio listeners, he just took a really
started
big.
to heat up. I should invent something.
Yeah, that's me. That's my circuit sending microwaves to you.
While testing a magnetron tube for radar systems, Spencer noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket melting.
Who the hell is Spencer?
You know from
A radar engineer. Made in Chelsea.
iCarly,
Oh, him.
the brother. This led him.
Spencer FC, of course.
Yeah. Oh no, Spencer FT. This led him to investigate how the magnetron's microwave radiation was heating the chocolate, and he eventually developed the first microwave oven, initially called the radar range. Oh my! And just a quick joke for you guys from Matt. What did the microwave say to the microwave they fancied? I don't know. What did it say to the microwave they fancied?
I've tried that. It doesn't work. Go up to a guy in the bar.
Because they're not fucking microwaves, that's why.
Oh, I knew I was getting something wrong. See, that works on other AI robots.
Wow, that's brilliant. And a lovely joke at the end as well to top it off. Perfect. That's really interesting though. And then he probably went on to be a billionaire. I prefer the sound of the radar range than the microwave, but
oh no, radar doesn't actually make any noise. And it does. Meh.
That's sonar, isn't it though? Or does radar make that noise as well, I guess?
Wait, what's the difference between radar and sonar?
Sonar is sound. That's why I got confused with radar, which isn't sound. But they're both like locational things. Oh, give us the difference between radar and sonar.
Radar uses EM waves to see, while sonar uses sound. Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Radar is typically used in air when over wind.
And sonar used typically in water.
So radar sends out radio waves.
Makes
Wait, what?
sense.
I thought we just said radar was microwave.
You could probably get a radar that does radio waves and a radar that does microwave, you know. Or maybe there's some microwave in there, but
can we pull up the electromagnetic spectrum really quickly? Can we
we got enough spectrum on this podcast.
We want more. We want more. We want more.
Good Lord. You happy with that?
Can we maybe? Okay, that's fine.
So you got microwave, humans, and radio. Humans.
Well, I guess microwave and radio are next to each other. They're both quite long.
Yeah. If it's in between, you get a little bit of both.
Long. Sorry.
Oh God, I've never seen anyone get horny over the electromagnetic spectrum before. Wow, that's a first. Why was duct tape created during World War II? Was it? Do you want to list the things?
Sure. To patch up bullet holes on fighter planes.
I could see that.
That kind of makes sense. Because those holes will make it not very aerodynamic.
Yeah.
To secure soldiers' sandwiches in combat zones.
Not sure about that, but that could be one to throw you off.
No, because one thing about the army, they love pockets.
That's true.
They have a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
To seal ammunition boxes and keep water out, that's a good one. It's very...
Yeah, I think it has something to do
Flex tape!
Something to do with water.
You seen that? Flex
yeah,
tape.
they just smacks it on
stuff and it's
I don't know if that's real or not.
It is.
I don't know if that's real or not.
Flex seal here.
We do.
But that would also make sense. Not allowing things to get rusty.
Yeah.
Okay. And created for stealth missions and attached to the bottom of boots to cancel out noise. I think duct tape might even be louder than rubber.
Yeah, but I put, in Cluedo how they come with the plastic stands. Miss Scarlett, we broke her stand and we just had to make it out of paper and tape, and you can't hear her move through the halls.
Interesting.
Cannot hear her at all. She's just...
See, that as a fact is useless. Thanks. So...
And on that note, I think the answer is probably to seal ammunition boxes and keep out water. Do you agree?
Oh, it's either that or patching up bullet holes, because realistically, if there's a bullet hole, they're not going to have time to fully repair it with metal, or they're going to need to go, we haven't got enough fuel. Oh, but then they'd land in an airbase and they'd probably do more. They'd have better systems than just duct tape.
Yeah, they probably. Also going to be what's it called when they put the thing over and they
weld?
They probably weld it shut.
Yeah, if you're landing an airplane
in an ideal weld.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with D.
Okay, let's go for D. It's D. We've been crying for it.
So the iconic tape was invented by a woman. Shout out Vesta Stout. Oh, and a man didn't steal her work.
Good.
Shame. No, you know what? I'm going to go on the Wikipedia thing and I'm going to take credit for that one, actually.
For fuck's sake. She wanted to save soldiers' lives. Sorry, I'm just going to have to hop in here.
She's going to be the Rosalind Franklin of duct tape.
Before he keeps going. So she wanted to save soldiers' lives during World War II. She was doing a good thing. The year was 1943, and Stout, who had 2 sons serving in the US Navy, was working at the Green River Ordnance Plant near Amboy, Illinois. She noticed a floor with ammunition boxes and created duct tape.
Banger.
That is really cool, to be fair. Like, genuinely sick.
There we go. Fair play. Shout out Vesta Stout.
Yeah, shout out Vesta Stout, because the amount of times I use duct tape nowadays is crazy.
And you love a good stout.
I love Stout.
You're
she
a
probably
Guinness
made Stout as
enjoyer.
well. Oh my God. 2 of my favourite things. Thank you, Stout. Thank you. And I love Illinois.
And I love Vespas. What a great motorbike. Slightly different to her name, Vesta. Wasp. Ever heard of Yannick Vestergaard? Moving on to number 3.
No.
The Slinky.
That's the best transition yet.
I love
Slinky.
Slinkies.
You play with them quite a lot.
Actually, that was one of the things I would do when I was a kid, was go to the top of my staircase and throw a Slinky down.
I prefer bouncy balls. If we're choosing a toy in that category.
Oh, if you're going to throw anything down the stairs,
I'm just going to throw it
throw
back.
me down because I like it rough.
He likes
play.
it rough. Okay, number A.
That was really weird, actually. No, you know what? We can probably...
A naval engineer dropped a spring and it walked off the desk. In true Slinky fashion. Someone got...
No, springs work, really.
True, but maybe it was a loosen. Maybe it was a loosen.
Like Slinkies are very different to springs.
It could be loose. It could be loose. You don't know. Maybe it was hot. Someone got bored in a bomb shelter and twisted wires into a toy. I think if you have to twist them, probably too rigid.
Yeah, too rigid.
Although if it's long enough, I don't know. It was originally a trap for Nazi mice, as it was feared the mice could carry messages attached to their feet.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
Matt, you're fucked in the head.
Those are the babblings of a psychopath.
No, do you know what though? I bet there probably was Nazi mice. Of course you drop mice into other trenches.
Yeah, I had a mouse when I was
mice.
about 8. I had a mouse when I was about 8, and
Where's this
he was
going?
really into 4chan, and he really started going down rabbit holes, and you started going like, oh, you know, is he building a Confederate flag out of the dust that's accumulating at the bottom of his cage? And so Nazi mice, I think, do exist. I think they've got a tendency to go that way if they're left alone in the wrong echo chambers.
Right, I thought that was going to be serious for a second. Okay, a soldier was chasing.
I love mice.
A soldier
had one called Enzo once.
Ferrari.
So I had a mouse that was injured at the bottom of my garden.
Yeah, well, here we go again.
And you know what we did with pigeons, where we both look after them. I did that with a mouse once as well. I did it with a lot of animals, hedgehogs, rabbits. When I was growing up, like if
you are not Snow White.
If there was if there was an injured animal at the foot of my garden,
you'd nurse it.
I'd nurse it back to health. And one was Enzo. He was injured. He must have been attacked by a bird or a fox or something. And I kept him for a little while, fed him, and he was called Enzo because he ran so slowly. Enzo Ferrari, who's obviously they're really slow. If you're watching Formula One, they keep finishing like 8th and 7th.
Yeah. Well, I used to run
nursed him back to full health.
A newt racing ring.
Really?
Yeah, in my garden. Yeah.
That is not interesting.
Okay, a soldier was chasing a ferret and found the way their body moves funny, so attempted to make a metal ferret. The metal ferret was called Slinky. I like that idea. I
watched a recent TikTok. I wonder if you got it as well, because it just went everywhere. It was hugely viral. This YouTuber, this TikToker has 2 ferrets, and she's got pet ferrets. And I did not realise how adorable ferrets were. Yeah.
I really wanted a ferret for ages, but realised how much they shit.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it's not like hamster shit. I think it's more like bird shit. Am I right?
Oh.
Ferret experts?
Well, their body's so long.
But they're
like they must
horrible.
Be manufacturing shit.
Yeah, true. They must be breaking that down to... Oh, good. Yeah, see, it's kind of like wet.
Oh, yeah, it's quite wet.
It's not like a rodent's shit. It's like wet.
Are they clean? Like, can we do like the ferrets?
I think they smell a bit.
Places? But as in like...
No one poos where they shit.
With hamsters,
no one eats where they shit.
With hamsters, they always pee in one corner of their thing because they have a pee corner.
Piss corner?
Yeah.
So that's why you would always hang around in your hamster's piss corner.
Okay.
Always just in that end of the
Okay. I mean,
cage.
that's obviously bollocks,
Gosh,
isn't it?
okay. And then
Cute as hell, though.
the last one is, in Winston Churchill's war room, the door kept banging against the wall. The slinky was a failed attempt to make the door stop. Right, let's make a quick decision on which one we think it is. I'm going to go for...
Wait, what? I haven't thought any of these were reasonable. None of these are functional slinkies that would make sense. What?
I'm just going to go for B. Someone got bored in a bomb shelter and twisted wires into a toy. I think if you make it long enough, you can make some kind of slinky and be like, oh, I can make this better, and then make an actual slinky. What do you want to go for?
I don't think slinky would be a doorstop because I don't think it has the connection. Ferret, I think, is too far-fetched. What was the mice one? I still don't... A trap for Nazi mice. Is it fear the mice could carry messages attached to their feet?
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
How's a slinky a mouse trap?
Well, the original version of a slinky would have been.
Okay. Someone got bored in a bomb shelter and twisted wires into a toy, or a neighbor engineer dropped a spring and it walked off the desk. Probably B or A. What
I'm going to go with B.
I'll go with A then to be different.
Okay. Let's find out the answers. A. Oh my God, and I went with A and you went with B. Okay, the slinky was... Oh, slinky! Was accidentally invented by Navy engineer Richard James in 1943 while working on a project to stabilize equipment on US Navy ships during World War II. James was experimenting with springs and one accidentally fell off a shelf and began walking down the stairs.
So
Goodness me.
So it must have been a very loose spring.
Yeah.
Because it's not... They're not springy. They're just
not
coiled, really.
Yeah, they're just coiled, like, pathetic, flaccid, stupid things.
Interesting.
Do you know what else is interesting?
What?
No, not everything about me, but also Layla from the Patreon has made a playlist for each of us.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right. She said, I just wanted to put my playlists in that I made for you guys. It's songs you have mentioned before or songs that I feel fit your vibe. So here you go. Don't worry, Batch. I tried to give you songs that are very space cowboy. You know me so well.
Feel like John Wayne.
Oh, if John Wayne isn't in there, that would be a crying shame.
Okay, let's start off with yours.
Okay, we'll start with mine.
Yeah.
Because B becomes before A in the dictionary. Right, let's see.
Here we go.
And you got the handsome ass photo of me. You got 33 songs in this sucker. It's 2 hours.
33, damn.
2 hours runtime, so this is good. I might.
Oh, you've got Space Cowboy by Jamiroquai.
Okay, we got some Taylor Swift in there. So High School. I don't actually know that song. Maybe I'll have to give this a listen. I'm gonna have to listen through all this.
Murder on the Dance Floor is a great song.
Murder on the Dance Floor. I love that song, actually.
That's a bit of an anthem for the ski trips.
There's a song called Space Cowboy in there. Do you know what I could see? Blinding Love by Leona Lewis. No, Bleeding Love by I keep bleeding in love. That's
now my ears are bleeding. Thank you.
I can't. No, I'll do it one more time. Okay. Oh, 212. I was listening to the other day.
Boys are back in town. Sorry,
and I felt so C-word, if you know what I mean. 212, that's the up down. What are you made up of? Starman, one of my favorite songs ever.
Oh, CVNTY.
Yes.
Nice.
There's a starman waiting in... Maybe that should be my new karaoke song.
Hold
End
On
of the
We're Going
Beginning.
Home is
Love
one of
that.
my all-time
Just
favorites.
hold on. Man, need to work. Mom, make it back. Mom, make it up. Only girl in the world.
Me feel
like I'm the only girl in the world.
That's a great...
It's a great playlist. This is a superb playlist.
Okay, that's
and there's some Charlie XCX in there. I'll have to have a listen to this.
Some of my personal faves in there. Okay, let's see what mine is like.
Let's have a look at Arthur's. Also known as Arthur. Oh, God, that photo's crazy.
Oh, I'm drinking that drink.
That's you getting hand-fed.
She moves in her own way.
Oh, of course.
When we are together, Brazil, with the eye. Wow, this is Sparks, all time. Somebody Else. Set down, She's So Love. These are really good. You know what I sang? I sang on karaoke that really popped off.
What?
Wombats Moving to New York.
Sing it.
So I'm moving to New York because I've got problems with my sleep. And not the same, and I will wear that on my sleeve. Because I'm moving to New York. I got issues with my sleep.
That's why
Christmas came early to me, and I did. Y'all just wanna be a big rock star living in top houses, driving 50 cars.
That's a tune.
And we'll out in a
The thing is, you can't go out with that song because you'll ruin your voice.
That's true. But crikey, oh my God, there's loads.
Thinking about you. Oh, no, do you know what? Fuck
I'd
you.
love it if we made it. That's a great one. Hopelessly Devoted to You.
No.
Is that from Greece? The Grease soundtrack is a banger. I tried to, my voice is wrong for it, but I do like singing the Frankie Valli. Greece is the word. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Do you know what?
I mean, so many bangers in this one.
You know what? I'm seething.
This is a great playlist.
I got 80 something songs.
I got 80 songs.
I got 33.
No, that's a banger. I'm going to go check that one out.
No, do you know what, Layla? There's some clear favoritism there. And I'm not having it. You're banned from the Patreon.
You've lost Patreon privileges.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll take that personally and I will be wincing at night.
Yeah, but guys, as always, we do tend to get Patreon involved a lot in episodes as we have done today. If you want to get a bit more involved, join the chat, get early access to episodes. Just, you know, if you're a real podcast enjoyer, it's only a couple of quid a month. It's going to be out very soon. It might actually be out by the time this episode's out. We filmed a 100k special mukbang, trying a bunch of space foods, and Patreon get that like a month early.
We have a confession to go through. You want to take this away?
Sure. I used to sneak into funerals for free food until I accidentally gave a eulogy, someone says.
I've had one of them.
I'm not proud of this, but I was broke. Funeral homes had food. No one questions a quiet guy in black. So I started attending random services. That's kind of true. Ever seen Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, I watched it with you.
Oh yeah, we literally did. And they start crashing funerals because they think that they can pick up girls easier.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, most times I just nod, maybe shake a hand, grab some sandwiches and leave. But once, someone mistook me for Cousin Ray.
Oh, that always happens.
I panicked and said, yeah, I'm Ray. A ray of bloody sunshine. One thing led to another, and before I knew it, I was standing at the podium. I gave a completely improvised speech about a man I'd never met. I cried. It's crazy. How the hell did you do that? No, you've earned your food. You've earned your meal.
Yeah, fair play.
They cried. I hugged the widow, and they sent me home with some Tupperware.
You don't know how lucky you are getting sent home with Tupperware as well. That's hard to come by.
Getting sent home with a Tupperware full of food.
That means they trust you as well to give you the Tupperware, because it's more like, oh, if you give me the Tupperware, you give it back. And they're like, yeah, I'll give it back.
Yeah, but you get to keep the Tupperware, and it probably turns orange.
You keep saying Tupperware. You keep doing that.
What? Yeah, you know when you get Tupperware and it's like
Tupperware.
You have like spaghetti bolognese, and the Tupperware is like stained
it's not
orange.
Tupperware.
Stops.
Why? I feel like you think it's Tubber.
Have you not seen that podcast clip?
No.
With Sal. And he's like,
what, from
say it again.
Jokers?
He's like Tupperware, and he's like, say it again. He's like, break it down for me. And he goes, tub. He goes, wrong.
No, I've not seen that.
That's such
is that what you're doing right now then? Oh my God.
I was expecting you to do the
Tupperware.
Babe, it's tup.
Oh, babe, it's tup.
I've been thinking it's Tupperware. Anyway.
I always thought it's Tupperware. I didn't realize it was Tupperware. I knew now. I knew before now.
It's a bit of a weird term, actually.
Tupperware.
Very iconic, though.
Tupperware. Well, you got any Tupperware?
But yeah, that's crazy. Stealing food from mourning people is evil.
Well, it's honest work, though.
True. And you know what? Everyone deserves to eat.
Yeah, and if you're getting sent home with Tupperware, people weren't eating it all anyway.
Yeah. If you're getting sent home with Tupperware, it means you ate on that eulogy.
Waste not, want not. You ate on the eulogy. Everyone was crying. And I'm going to go to the doctor and get a eulogy tomorrow to celebrate.
Yeah, how many letters in funeral? 7, because 7, 8,
Devoured.
9.
No, I think it's devout. Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was how many letters in devoured? About 3, I don't know. Probably,
I can't count, and I'm dyslexic.
I don't know how to fucking spell.
Stop asking me.
I didn't even know devoured was a word. Anyway, and on that note,
I must confess that I'm grateful for you watching to the end. You know what we should bring back? Emojis. People stay to the end.
Oh yeah, if you got an emoji on your dictionary,
you know what's bad though? We keep picking emojis that don't actually exist.
Okay, but I know one that exists and fits well for
That's
this.
relevant for this. Okay, go on.
The tombstone emoji, because of funeral.
Yeah.
Put in the tombstone emoji because we ate to death. And
thanks for watching.
Yeah, and thanks for watching.
Hopefully you found this episode dead funny and weird.
Dead funny and weird. Oh, you're from the north now. Hopefully you found it dead funny and weird. Lad.
And thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, rate us 4 or 5, rate us 5 stars. I don't know if I said 4 or 5.
I'll meet you in the middle. We'll do 5.
Meet us in the middle with 5 stars. Join the Bachs and Arthur Patreon. It's very epic and fun.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Woo!